Fisters, welcome to our Tekken 8 review featuring Grant Guy Reviews and me, Jacob.
Jacob, how long has it been since Tekken 7?
7 years.
Coincidence? I don't think so.
It's been crazy, guys. Basically, Tekken was a dying series, and then Tekken 7 revitalized the game series, and because it's super popular, and they got money, because Tekken 8 it looks beautiful right off the bat. It's gotta say, man,
dude,
it looks
this game
so good.
has a budget, dude.
Yeah.
The alpaca budget goes insane.
Did you when you opened it up and saw the menu where like went to Kazuya's pecs? Where you? I thought it was funny, right?
Dude, yeah, it threw me off.
Funny.
It's like I was expecting like the different characters every time you went, but yeah, every time you hit like the right bumper, it's like pecs.
Dude, yeah. Dude, imagine if it's like you can choose who's there. It's like the coffee chick in a bikini. Like, then that would be now
really zoomed in. See, then I wouldn't have a problem. There's a lot to talk about here.
Yeah, there is.
Guys, the game is just released. We just got done playing a whole bunch of it. You already know the way that we're playing. But Jacob, going from what I'm most interested to hear about is going from 7 to 8. What are some of the biggest differences you've seen?
Guys. So for this conversation, I need to say my biggest grievances of 7 and why I quit. For me, the characters were not unique enough. For example, just like once you learned one, you could kind of maneuver them all. There wasn't enough cool moves that they all had. The second thing was delay based netcode, and like every time you hit rematch, it would go, get ready for the next battle. Then you wait for 15 seconds. And then you do one game, then you have to hit rematch, get ready for it. Would just,
it just take a long time between each battle.
So it wasted my time a little bit.
Yeah.
But then in this game, they significantly improved. They made each character so unique. Like with before it goes round 1 fight, they're doing like a little animation to really like show their personality.
Yep.
I'm playing Wars. He has like electric footsteps, and like you can kind of see each character has their own gimmick, or not gimmick, but like their own cool moves. Before it was like, we'll get the down forward one. His down forward one is +2, and that one's +1. So oh my god, and it's just like a guy going this. Wait, the camera's here. But then now, when I do a down forward one, each character has their own effect. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, I think that makes sense. And it's not even just in those little things. It's also like the outro, the quotes they have. Like all the tiny itty bitty little details. All the models are so detailed, dude.
The models, dude, I heard like an interesting thing that I didn't really think about. It's like, they spent a lot of money on the models. I'm like, you can tell. Like supposedly, like, I wish I had the number, but it's like, making this model costs like X amount of dollars. I'm like, I didn't really think about it, but like
how much it costs like per model or whatever.
And it's like such high quality,
dude.
Models.
Like for example, random one at the top of my head, like Alyssa, like the pink fairy chick or whatever.
Yeah, robot.
The robot thing going on. Like, dude, there's like so many different things she's got going on. At one moment, you got like wings flying, like a what are the tiny little birds?
Hummingbird.
Hummingbirds. Flying like a hummingbird.
Yep.
Then the next moment later, she's got like chainsaws coming out of her arms. Like they put a lot of work into like making them look super creative.
They did, and then like it looks good. I'm trying to think of visual, anything else.
Well, customization.
That's what it was.
So
I really appreciate coming off of Street Fighter 6, like where they took like 6 months to release Outfit 3. This game, you can like really, go ham on customizing. Like me and Grant, like when we blew up the game, we're like, all right, this guy we're gonna be playing, I'm gonna customize him so he looks cool.
It's like right off the bat too. Like in a lot of other fighting games, it's like at the very least you either have to like right away. It's like, okay, how much fighting currency do I have to buy, or how many matches I have to play? But I was able to go into it with only doing training, and I was able to immediately throw things on my guy and customize them and do whatever.
Like even I played online matches with Justin in Street Fighter 6. It would be like, no kudos for you. That doesn't count. You could be grinding kudos. Like it's like, okay, but then Tekken 8,
I'm playing the game anyway.
Tekken 8, it's very generous with the gold it gives, which it makes me feel valued as a customer for the 80. Wait, wasn't it like $70?
It's like $70.
Compared to like Mortal Kombat 1, where it's like clear you have to
you have to, like, I played through the entirety of the story Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah.
And then I was only able to get barely one cosmetic. Dude, it was like a small thing.
And it's not like an avatar cosmetic. It's like cosmetics that change the look of the characters.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, Tekken 8 is just good at that. I mean, obvious, and then games like Soul Calibur, you got the character creator, and then it becomes like a freak fighter, you know? So it's kind of cool. You can like customize the characters you're playing. It's good.
Yeah, it makes it really unique when you play. Like, you know, a lot of fighting games where it's like, oh, I play as Red Ryu. Yeah. But in this one, it's like your definitive version of a character, which I really like. Especially if you go into like ranked play or whatever. I would imagine if you went to like tournaments, it's like, you can tell, like, oh, there's Jacob's famous Lar. There he is. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, the redesigns are pretty good overall from 7. I think they're more busy. Like, Lars is wearing like 4 layers of clothes, I feel like.
Dude,
But it's a vibe. I think they're all basically hits. I mean, I guess we should talk about the 3 new characters: Reina, the coffee chick, and then Victor, I believe is his name.
Yep, Victor.
Yep. Personally, I'm really vibing with the coffee chick. I think her personality.
She's really fun.
She's fun. She's like Miguel Perry, Lucky Chloe dances. It's cool.
Yeah, and dude, like the end of not to skip too far ahead, but the end of like the arcade mode with her, where she was like, it's like a whole like coffee commercial, or whatever.
Oh man,
I love that.
All right, we should talk about the arcade. I think I like the arcade better than the story. It's right, like basically, it like really feels like back when I played Street Fighter 4 and I was just playing everyone's arcade mode just to see their ending. Street Fighter 4 in itself was kind of like it was still confusing. It's pissed. This was more of a contained story, which is great. But like it made me really think of Street Fighter 6 and how like wacky it is in the single player experience. Like this one, like okay, like Lars, I beat his arcade. It was military propaganda. And then he's just like clueless about it. He doesn't really know. And Lee is like organizing it all. So then it like really boosts up like each character. Like, oh yeah, Lee, he's a smart one who made the promotion, and Lars is just there, but he's an honorable leader. It really like boosts their personalities. Yeah, morale, I guess. Yep.
Yeah.
It like really exemplifies their personalities. And for example, like Grant said with the coffee chick, that ending made me smile, and I think normal fighting game experiences, I would just feel like dead face, like, all right, did it. I'm never playing this again. Yeah. But now I'm kind of like, that seems pretty good. I might check it out in gallery mode again, you know, or stuff like that.
Like when I think of the end of a mode, granted, this isn't a fighting game, but for some reason I just thought of this. At the end of Shredder's Revenge, depending on what turtle you play as, it's like, Mikey enjoyed a slice of pizza pie. April had a pretty good story to tell.
That's pretty much the Street Fighter 6 endings.
It's what like a lot of fighting games do. Is it's just like, and then they kept doing things. Dude, they're known for because they could have easily, for the coffee chick, they could have easily just been like, and then she sold 1 million cups of coffee.
That's why Blanca's story in Street Fighter 6. Yeah, he went off and sold Blanca-chan dolls. But then, like, the coffee chick's ending, like Alpaca shows up and eats their coffee. It's a very silly moment, and then it's also Willie who loves tea versus coffee. It's a funny conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, I just want to see them all. I just want to grind them all.
Exactly. And another little thing, a little difference between games like this and like King of Fighters 15. It's like that's a game that has so many characters, but like I don't know anything about them. This one does a really good job of like, hey, here's a brand new character, but there's like 4 different ways to like learn things about them. Well, in those other games, there's just not that many opportunities, and aside from like the 2 lines they'll have in the story mode.
Yeah, I remember like an interviewer with like Street Fighter 6 devs. They're like, "Oh yeah, there's only so many seconds for a personality to come across." And then I noticed in Street Fighter 6, it's like likes and dislikes in the corner. So like when it's like going, man, and it's like likes, coffee, video games, and pizza. But then in Tekken 8, like you have she like, for example, the coffee chick. She comes in, says a quote about coffee. Then she's like dancing round 1, and it's like, oh, she's a lot of energy. Okay.
Yeah. And then there's not a need for a box because it's showing, not telling you.
Yeah, exactly. Man, and speaking of like the small details are what I want fighting games to do. Like when I play Ken and Ryu, I want them to do a fist bump in Street Fighter 6. Instead, it's just like, they're there, they're gonna punch each other, and then it's gonna be one win quote. But in this game, like if it's like, you know, Jin versus Kazuya, they like fist bump. Or actually, I don't think they probably hate each other. So then they're probably just
they like start off already locked, and then it's like a energy, like a wow.
Yep. And I've had it with like Jin versus Horang. There's a little punch. It's just there's a lot of different like lore, like interactions. They treat each other different. I did do Lars versus Alyssa, and Alyssa, the robot chick, basically they're a couple, and they didn't say anything unique. They just acted like they never saw each other. That was a little disappointing. But I mean, obviously there's some misses that you don't see or whatever, or maybe the trigger.
Perfect.
You know? But, and then like, for example, on the final round, I'm pretty sure every time like each character does their own animation. Like Lars is like, "Hoo," or like, you know, Victor, I'm pretty sure was like he was like doing something with his tech or whatever. It just like really feels great, you know, like the little details there.
Yeah.
I was starved for as a fighting game player. I just love stuff like that because I think sorry, I'm going on a ramble.
No, go
The
for it.
last thing I can think of is like Ken versus SNK versus Capcom, and then it's like Ken and Terry. Like Terry's hat flies off and Ken catches it.
Oh,
like that's like the last time they interacted like that in the beginning of a round. You know,
I feel like games like these really need that too. And speaking of, I think my favorite one was we played a volleyball mini game. And were you playing Lars at the time?
Yeah,
It's like his victory for beating me in volleyball was like stepping on my body, like the mission's done. Pulled out. It's like a volleyball flying off in the corner. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, it's not like afraid to be silly because you watch all those Tekken story summaries and you're like, wow, this thing takes itself very seriously. Then I opened up the story mode, that's very serious.
Yes.
But then like once you open the arcade, the coffee chick with the alpaca, it's just a funny ending. There's fun in Tekken, basically. There's fun in it.
And I think Tekken is actually very similar to like Yakuza in that sense, where you have like the main thing, it's super serious, but you have your little silly like offbeats in the corner where it's like, if you go out of your way, you can find those things.
Dude, they need to cure you in the game, bro.
Dude, it would work, dude. It would work.
Yeah, a lot of people wanted that.
Yeah, that'd be super cool.
Dude, remember, I don't know if you remember this, do you remember in Tekken 7 Evo when like Snake showed up on the big screen? It was like, okay, like it was like the winners finals.
Yeah.
So it's not, the tournament's not done yet. Then Snake, ding ding, Colonel, that was some good ass Tekken. That was all, and everyone thought Snake was in Tekken, but it was just like some animation some Evo nerd made. And then like it was a PR disaster. David Hayter was like, never use my voice to promote Tekken again.
Oh yo,
like it was crazy. So guys, we're never named Snake in.
Oh man,
but like. How do you think it's a good idea? That's like you going
to be horrible, dude.
That's like you're in charge of Smash Brothers Evo, and you're like, "Hey, I got something for Winners Finals. Shadow is gonna go Chaos Control," and then it's like,
it's literally like a fan animation of like Shadow. It's like a mod.
There's mod Sonic Zombies.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna kill them.
Sonic Zombies for Smash.
Yeah, so that was a disaster. Very random tangent, but yeah, arcade mode doesn't hit. How much of the story did you play?
I only played like a few chapters, but I'm getting into it so far.
The writing is super fast paced. It gives me whiplash like every scene.
Yep.
But I saw some cool stuff happen later on. Like right now, I'm on chapter 7, everybody. And like the King of Iron Fist tournament just happened. Or I did a bracket for North America, I believe. And I'm like, okay, so the writing is really fast. We're playing it fast and loose. Okay. But I saw this like cutscene of King fighting an army of Jacks. Like there's just an army like running at you, and it's just King just grabbing Jacks, and like it looks super unique. So I'm really I saw that, I'm like, all right, I need to beat the story mode, because like other than that, it's honestly a lot of anime tropes. Like there's a freaking Dragon Ball one that. There's just so much anime stuff.
Oh, really?
I'm trying to remember. There's so much I can't think of any. It's just very anime, you know?
Oh,
100%. It's not like grounded anymore, and they just totally accepted the anime, and I love it.
Okay.
It's like they're shooting beams at each other. Like he's rejecting himself, but then he's like, "I'm not the devil. I don't kill." And it's just like very Persona 4. Like I've seen this before.
When they're like the laser beams are like clashing.
Yeah, laser beams clashing.
Yeah.
And like he's like,
Dude,
I have the blood of the devil. Like it's like, oh, you have the blood of the Saiyans. Stuff like that.
Yep. Yeah. Dude. Well, I'm just saying, bro. When Kazi was doing the laser thing at him, he should have done the Dragon Ball Super thing where he does like the. Where he's like using his laser on his like kind of like a skateboard, like skating on his forehead.
Wait, when he's like fighting Khalifa or whatever the love chick is, and then Goku grinds on them, the beam. That was cool. That's cool.
Yeah. With his head beam. Yeah. What's he doing?
That'd be crazy.
He can't.
Yeah. So anyway, I researched the Tekken lore heavily, and I consider myself a fan of the lore. The writing could have used some work, but there's cool moments, and when you're like, fighting someone and the stage is blowing up, you lose like all like negatives, and you just see the hype. It's super good.
Dude, the stages are so good here too.
Dude, yeah. Me and Grant were playing earlier, and we did not know this stage went so far down. Like, it looked like a Demon Souls like area or something. Like it's just like a desert, and it was crazy, dude.
Like, okay, my main comparison is like, okay, you have the stage from Street Fighter where it's like, it's like a waterfall cliffside. There's like sheep running around.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about.
But it's not that much that happens there. But in this one, we have the alpaca stage, guys. And like, I was testing out when I was like just training on my own, and an alpaca just kind of like walks like in the middle of the
I
fight.
swear you kicked under the screen, dude, when we're fighting.
Like I'm pretty sure you can like hit them and then they just like fly off.
Yeah, and like sure, like maybe like a pro will be like, the sheep was in the way. I did not see that hell sweep coming, but like they can have fun, have fun, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see like Street Fighter fights. Get the sheeps off the stage. I'm trying to see. Well, actually, it's kind of funny in Street Fighter 5. There's a beach area.
Yeah, it wasn't like the water was too high, so like someone's can.
Yeah, and then he would go eat a banana and throw a peel, and then
it's like
the water would hide.
I can't see it.
It's
so stupid.
It's so dumb.
Oh man,
bit not dumb as Tekken 8. So story. Now we have another story to talk about, Grant, and it is the arcade story mode with your people that look like they're straight up Balan Wonderland.
Yes. For my vibe with this one, it felt very like Pokemon-ish, where it's like the rival Tekken players, and we got all we all play Tekken here. You got the guy who's like kind of sitting in the corner like, I'm not fighting that newbie at Tekken.
So it's very like meta and actually kind of like engaging in a way I didn't expect it to be, because
it's like classic. It's fun.
It really does like a good job in like making Tekken less intimidating to newcomers. Like even me, Return, I'm like, oh man, I forgot so much stuff, and I'm just gonna suck. I'm not gonna like win how I want to. But then like you immediately join the arcade, you see like an Evo champ win, he's like, I'm the best, I'm number one. And then you go to your locals, you got a team of people who's like, hey, I lose a lot. And then like what Grant was saying, there's like a guy who's like, oh yeah, well, thanks for joining our group. I can't wait to fight. And then he's thinking, I'm gonna beat this sucker. We all know a Nick, guys. We all know a Nick.
The classic Nick.
Yeah. But then you sit down in the arcade and you do like your miniature ranked system offline.
It's like a single player ranking.
And it's surprising because instead of like you're fighting it's like it's a fake, CPU with the name, but it just feels like a real human you're fighting almost.
Yeah, well, and that was one thing too with like a lot of the battles that you were doing like solo. Is a lot of them like felt like they were real people with like how fast they were moving. It didn't feel like a computer.
Dude, honestly, like they felt more real than that one dude I fought in ranked. Like he just spammed the same one move.
Dude,
that felt like a bot, and then in single player, like his actual thing.
It's like going crazy. A good time to bring up that you were fighting like an amiibo like ghost.
So it's really interesting. Tekken was always like up to date. Like Tekken 7, they introduced like in replays, it would pause the replay and then go, hey, you can use this punish in this moment for next time. They obviously brought it to this game. But then Tekken 8 added like this AI ghost where you can battle like basically an amiibo and train it with things So like you literally are fighting your past self. basically.
Yeah, it like learns all your moves. Like you said at one point, you were like holding back, and he started holding back.
So right away in the beginning, like right now when I join, he'll start punching me. But right in the beginning, I was like, okay, I did a Korean backdash, which it's still in the game. Movement's a little bit more slow in this game, but that's fine. So I did that, and then he started doing it. I'm like, okay, weird. And I never really attacked, and he didn't attack. And then I did like this one string, and then he started doing that string.
Now, and then, that was like was that at the beginning when you first started doing it?
Yep.
Yeah, because I would imagine it gets to the point where it's like if you stop doing something, he still like continues to like beat your ass.
Yeah. One time I was just spamming, and then like the guy's like, "Whoa, stop! If you don't block, your bot won't learn how to block." I'm like, "I'm hitting successfully." I'm like, "I'm hitting. You want me to stop?"
You will not tell me what to do.
Yeah, but it was very interesting, and it was kind of like. It's a good warm up, honestly. Or if you just want to, like, fight your inner self, like.
If you want to, I just one might say, fight your inner devil.
Yeah, inner devil. I just think of the Samurai Jack episode where he fought himself. Like, if you want that, you can have it in this game. Very cool.
It's the perfect way to go about it.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's unlockables. Like, there's like NPCs that spawn around there with treasures, and you can fight them, and that unlocks the ability to buy. What they were wearing in the game, in the shop. It's very, Yeah,
you can get more customizable stuff from there. And the entire cycle of this game is very, what's it called? It's very replayable.
Yeah.
Like you start off with like customizing, then maybe you do a little bit of arcade, then you do like a little bit of the ghosting, a little bit of the story.
Yeah, yep.
It goes a lot, very back and forth. It's very rewarding.
Yeah, and like, games like that, like it's like, what am I in the mood for? Do I want to sweat in ranked, or do I want to unlock more cosmetics and like titles for my characters?
Yeah,
it's like very entertaining. While in Street Fighter right now, I still have not beat World Tour mode. I don't want to do it because it's not fun to me. It's either go in training mode and train, or and fight, or that's it.
Yeah,
in Tekken, I have like, this will have all these options.
Yeah.
Dude,
I specifically, I think I've mentioned this before, that I specifically couldn't get into World Tour mode with that. Because I was like, this is just not as good Yakuza. I can just play that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a pain to play. I just want to play Street Fighter and not that. And then, I don't know, in this game, you're in an arcade cabinet playing Tekken. You're playing the game. You're not playing some dumb avatar with weird proportions that, because, all right, like me and my nerd brain, I want to play Chun-Li and learn the ins and outs. What's her optimal range? If I'm playing an avatar character with the giant ass legs, it's like,
there's just never a point to it. Like there's no point if we were to play Street Fighter. You're not gonna be like, bro, fight my avatar.
Yeah,
like,
it's called freak fight.
Ugly, fight.
I think the term is freak fight. Not in the game, but the community. The community.
Let's have a freak fight, dude.
Yeah. No one.
It's like I would rather play my character than like my spindly little tomato leg man.
And okay, so that's all the single player content for the most part, right?
So
the replay editor was cool. So let's get the schematics of if you want to take this fight game seriously, how good is that? And all right, so I did a lobby with Justin online. Nothing wrong with that. The lobby system seems to work fine. Tekken 7 lobbies were a little, I'm talking about custom room lobbies.
Custom room,
like, invite your friend and then do some sets.
Yeah, right.
Tekken 7, I hated the UI and how that operated. I'd say they fixed it for the most part in Tekken 8. It's just, clean, fast. It works.
That makes sense, yeah.
For the ranked matchmaking, now the net code, me and Grant, we did I did 2 games, guys, I think, online. One was laggy, and it was an Ethernet connection with 4 bars, which was pretty sus.
Because what's it called again? It's like lag something. It's like slowdown.
Not delayed based, right? Delay-based netcode, rollback netcode.
Maybe it's delay-based netcode. It's essentially, if the person you're playing against, if they suddenly have a bad connection, it'll like roll your connection back a couple of frames, so that way it like has to like catch up to each other. Yeah, basically rollback is confusing, guys, but games like Street Fighter and Strive use it flawlessly. If your connection's like 100 ms ping or whatever, you won't notice it. But in Tekken, if it's I need to do more matches. But if it's delay based, it will stop both people's,
inputs and plays and wait for them to catch up with each other, and then it will go.
Yeah.
So like you'll get like lots of times where like it's like, well, for me it was pausing, and then that messes up your inputs. You don't want that in a fighting game. We'll see how the netcode works. I saw Maximilian Dude say it was like a graphics issue for PC players.
Okay, like if the graphics are too strong.
Yeah, then it stutters the game, and then
I could see that.
I need to do more research in that, honestly, but ranked as a whole, they still did the first stand thing, which I kind of like. It's like a very Tekken vibe. They aren't doing master rank like Grand Blue and Street Fighter right now. That's kind of popular. It's like master rank is a final rank, but I think actually maybe master is in Tekken 8 too as a final rank. It's like Grandmaster, I think. Whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you were on what, well, you just started, so you're on like Dom 2 or something.
If I had like a full list, but like literally, there's like probably like 25 different ranks.
We played quite a few matches locally,
dude. Yeah,
and one of the things that I'm the most impressed with is just how quickly all of these matches loaded up. And I noticed it too when I was going through some of my own time. I went through every single character. Just went like back and forth, playing different ones to see which ones I liked. And it didn't take long at all going back to the menu, going back into a match. The loading times are incredibly quick. So I really like that.
Also, I like the slowdown. We had some slowdowns, I think maybe at the end of the game, or that was with Justin when I was playing with him. But I think they added it not only at the end of the game when you're low health, but like in a close interaction mid-game too, which just makes the moments hype where you both have a chance to breathe in, just kind of watch and go, who's gonna hit? Like who's gonna hit who?
Slowdowns like when it starts like a little tiny cutscene.
It's more like if I'm jabbing you and then you're gonna crouch into a jab. It's like
it like does the quick little like shit. Okay.
I always like it when the player becomes a viewer. Like both players are like clutching each other. Like, oh my god, that's my picture basically. Can we do that real quick?
Like Dude, there were a lot of moments
thumbnail
like that. Yeah. Perfect. Dude, there were a lot of moments like that where it would suddenly like who's he gonna hit? And moments where like the stage would like crash and you would be like falling down.
The stage is so cool.
Yeah, there was a moment where there was like a random woman in the background. We were like, wait, sidestep, go over there.
Yeah, the stages are so cool because like it's like final round, and then like this lava, I think it's a space one maybe, but like it starts blowing up, and then both the characters are just getting up. They're like, let's go, and then I'm like, I'm just watching as a viewer. I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy.
It's so good. I just love stage effects in general. Like the other, what's it like the underground arena where it's like you got these hot iron bars around. So if you like smack them into it enough, they like burn and go whoa and like fly over to the side.
Wait, actually, that's cool.
Yeah. If you like,
that's what happened with you that one match. Like, you were up against Aurelian Flu. I'm like, what the frick just happened?
Like, wow.
Wow.
But it's like once per bar because then they go gray after a while. I learned that in training.
The sizzling disappears.
Exactly.
Interesting. That's cool.
So good.
Dang. But learning Tekken has never been easier with the arcade mode, and then like all the tools they give you. Frame data was free. They made you pay for it last game. That's
really?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Weird.
It was very weird.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how the development goes. Like Street Fighter, they went like, we're not patching this game for a year, and right now I'm starved as a Street Fighter fan, and Tekken is just like way more appealing right now. So
and I would say as a mostly casual player, it's very easy to get into. I got into this one more than I did Street Fighter 6. So if you're looking for something casual or ranked, I would say this is like the perfect option.
It's a good time, and it's good to get in it now when everyone else is new too. I mean, obviously there's always gonna be new people. Street Fighter 6 and Tekken are usually the most popular fighting games, so you'll always find people at your level. But man, dude, I just want to play with Tekken like right now. It's just fun.
Exactly. In fact, we will, guys. But what was your final score, Jacob?
Wait, I didn't think of any final thoughts.
Final thoughts before then.
Oh my god.
Favorite character, least favorite character?
Okay, least favorite character, Leo. It's just the same. They're the same. I don't really care for them. they did make good character decisions because they added Lucky Chloe, got rid of her, and they added her in Tekken 7.
Yeah,
but she was a flop. Got rid of her. They added Leroy Smith, who's cool. Favorite character probably Lars. I'm gonna main him.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna main? I mean, the coffee chick though. She looks. I'm tempted.
Yep. She's good.
The way I want a character or I'm gonna main them is I go through their entire move list.
Yep.
And I keep track of how many moves made me go. That was sick. And then I go from there.
That's a good way to go about it. It's a good way to go about it. My favorite character, definitely gonna say Victor. That's the one I'm trying to main.
Oh, yeah.
My least favorite one, what was his name? Like Jack 8 or something like that. I just hate his design, everything about it.
Very big, yeah.
yeah. It's just I don't know. It's like an eyesore to look at. I'm like, I hate it.
I guess like maybe a negative is like a lot of animations are like similar to Tekken 7. Like Justin beat me with Horang, and then Horang sits on him and goes, excuse me, sorry guys. He goes, he burps. His acid reflux. No, I'm just kidding.
He actually barfs on the opponent. They go, stinky.
Well, okay, like in Tekken 7, he did the exact same thing. He sits on Jin and goes, I guess he didn't do any special moves or anything. It's the same animation, but with the new models that, it has a little bit more, it's more flavorful than Tekken 7, where like you beat a match in Tekken 7, they're way too sweaty. Like they're glistening with wet sweat. I don't know if you remember Tekken 7.
Oh yeah.
And then like it's like it just looks kind of bad. And then they say their one line. And this one, I thought there was more victory like win animations. Maybe I'm hallucinating it, but like Lars when he kills Brian is like, hey, come pick him up. I'm here. But then if you like fight someone he likes like Alyssa and wins, it's a different win screen. Like he doesn't want to capture them.
Oh, okay. No, cool. I really like that, and I feel like I don't know if they like made a new engine for this one specifically.
Oh, it's Unreal Engine 5.
Is it really?
I think the last one was 4, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at that point, if you're practically starting from scratch, it's kind of weird that they would like reuse certain like little aspects. But I guess that's
the aspects we see. They actually reuse a lot of the animations for the moves. Like when I'm playing this, I'm slowly remembering moves in Tekken 7 I would spam, and I'm like, oh yeah, this move exists.
They
added a couple new moves, but I think the animations are mostly the same. But it doesn't bother me because I mean it's a giant undertaking. Each character has like 200 different moves, and like why fix what's already perfect?
There's already so much to do anyway. These tiny little things won't really matter too much.
Yep. So that's my final thoughts. I'm super hyped. Okay, I guess what's the top 3 DLC characters, guys?
Guest characters, or I mean, I guess you could say Tekken characters.
Yeah, guest character. Let's just say guest characters. By the way, Kuma is in the Tekken lore, guys. So.
Oh wait, no, I remember watching a video on that. I remember that. Yeah.
He's canon.
Yo.
Okay. Okay. I think this is very wild, everybody.
Okay, I got mine too.
Wait. Okay, let me think of one more. I have 3. Voice crack. My voice keeps cracking.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Okay, mine is Yoda, Samus, and Kiryu. That would make me go higher. Because was it Yoda or was that in
that was Soul Calibur?
That's Soul Calibur. But they could do it. They could do it.
That'd be fantastic.
That'd be cool. They need like a joke, not a joke character, but like someone who's different.
Something crazy, bro. What if they put in? I'm just thinking of short green people.
The kangaroo. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, dude, yeah. What if they put in like freaking God, what was I just thinking?
Midget characters, small people.
Leprechaun, like the Lucky Charms guy.
And then like the rabbit, and then the Tricks rabbit.
Wait, dude. Okay, what if? Hear me out. They came out with 2 fighting packs. They're like, we're not gonna tell you what characters come in what. But one's $50 and one's $5.
Dude, I'm just picturing like announcing bowl of cereal, and it's like a cereal bowl with fists, and then it would like pull out the leprechaun.
Yo, they have like little guests that will come in like with Toucan Sam, if the fruity the Flintstones.
So
holy crap.
I guess Kiryu will be good, and then he has a phone alt that calls Ichiban. Because like the Yakuza people are cucks, so like they need to be buying your newer games. So make sure Ichiban's in there.
It's gotta be the new guy.
It fits. And Samus, I mean, they put Victor in, and he has like a gun, so Samus would work. In my opinion.
I think that could work. Okay, my top 3. I was also going to say Kiryu.
Yeah, yep. Keep the Kiryu hype alive, guys.
Please, guys, hashtag Kiryu and Tekken.
Yep.
And I'm actually going to go with the masses on this one. I think Tifa would be a fantastic option.
Tifa would be cool. And they did do a Final Fantasy collab last time with Noctis.
So, really? Oh.
Yeah, Noctis was in 7. So... Yeah, Noctis is such an owl character to steal from, though. Yeah.
Wait, actually, you know what? If I change it up, Barrett would be a perfect choice for this game.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's like massive enough to be in the game, and he has like a gun arm.
Dude,
so that could work. That could work. Third one?
That'd be cool.
Dude, 2B. I think would be a good choice. I think she would like match the aesthetic. I think she has enough moves from the games to that would translate well
that
to
would be
Tekken.
So hype. Are you saying that because she was announced for Grand Blue Fantasy Battle?
What?
Yeah, she's coming on like 5 days, and basically Grand Blue Fantasy is a versus fighting game. She was announced like for February, and she's coming out.
Dang.
And she was in Soul Calibur 6, guys. It works in a 3D environment. She does work.
Yep.
That'd be hype.
Just copy and paste that.
Yeah. 2B is iconic. I mean, the faster they make a near sequel, the better. But Square Enix isn't kind of an owl, but guys, that's a story for another day. They're kind of a walking owl right now.
So, dude, anything else?
No. So the final score for Tekken 8.
Score.
Honestly, right now, this is hype factor included, guys. I will give it a 5 out of 5. What would make it a 6 out of 5 game, though?
I feel like if they added like an expansion that added like just that much more.
Okay, I see what you're kind of saying. Like if they did something that changed the genre, like co-op story mode or something like that.
Yeah,
that would
if they do something like super unexpected.
Yep.
Not just new characters, because like any fighting game can add new characters.
Yeah,
that will equal the same amount of excitement. But throw in like a you know, a spin ball or something in there.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. The game is perfect though, which is why it's 5 out of 5.
Yeah, and I 100% agree. A 5 out of 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Super fun, casual, ranked alike. Definitely an easy buy. No need to wait for a sale, guys. Check this one out. And that is about it, guys. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Who is your favorite character? Who is your least favorite character? And who do you wish that they will make a swimsuit costume for next? Jack 8, perhaps? Jack 8 doing the Jack O pose?
Do you know in Tekken 7 they had like a shower head? That it would like hook on their back, like back bling, and they'd be permanently wet. So all the perverts would do the shower with bikinis. Will they bring back shower head?
Guys, please. Namco?
Bamco, please.
I beg of you.
Yeah.
Guys, we'll be seeing you on the next gaming review. See ya.
Bye.